Hello and thank you for checking out this documentary series we've been working on called Calling All Artists. We aim to give you an insight into how the artists have been dealing throughout the pandemic and how they have overcome adversity to further their careers. There had been so many dull, dreary months for me as a filmmaker. I felt like not being able to go out and interact with others or produce content was a huge setback, and I knew that a lot of other creatives were going through the same struggles that I was. When I decided to start the project, it was because I wanted to find other people's stories from how they found the lockdown and to try and find some positives from the situation. This was when I decided to reach out to Ramsey at Sunbird Records, start a collaboration with them, as I felt they too shared the same passion as me, that the music industry especially had been neglected. Our mission was to tell stories of bands and artists through online content at Sunbird Records throughout the pandemic.
When Sammy reached out to me, we felt like we had an obligation, not just because we're a record label and we're a music venue, but because as creatives ourselves, we felt like we had to help tell these stories that have been coming throughout the pandemic about how artists have been thriving and, coping and, managing to get through this, and how some of them have even managed to take this, what's going on, and coming out better because of it. I hope we do this justice and that you enjoy what we're about to tell you, and Sammy's going to tell you what we've got coming up.
So we hope you enjoy these interviews we've got coming up. We've got Corey Foster, Terry Birtwistle, Gary Ward and Notes, and they're going to be talking about how they found the lockdown and if there was any positives and what they're looking forward to in the future.
Yeah, so I'm Corey Foster.
I'm Terry Birtwistle.
Yeah, I'm Gary Ward.
Well, I'm Jordan. I make music under the name of Naught.
So how did you feel when the first lockdown happened?
It's a bit of a weird one because despite doing all the music stuff, I feel I'm quite reclusive as it is anyway, so it wasn't much different to my current and prior lifestyle, I guess.
I think we needed it to happen, so it was kind of a relief, and it meant that I was kind of looking forward to having some time to myself and to play more and write more, and that didn't necessarily happen, but I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So at first I was quite optimistic about just having lots of time to look up new things and practice new things and write new things.
First lockdown happened, I suppose nobody knew what was going to happen at the time, and we didn't know how long it was going to be. Our first initial thoughts was, I hope it doesn't last for a full month, and obviously it did, and we're still here, not quite out of lockdown just yet.
How do you think it affected you as an artist and your music?
It gave me a lot more time to work on it first, and then a lot of things happened in life that changed things around. I went through a breakup and that, and I've been making a record throughout this year. It's my second album, and it had a bit of a bearing on the sound of it and the inspiration behind it, really. It remains a record to put on to kind of take yourself away from all the things that are going on bad in the world, but it also kind of encapsulates everything that I've dealt with this past year.
Well, obviously with not being able to perform, that makes a massive difference. As an artist, just taking away the possibilities of performing, doing gigs, doing festivals, all the kind of things that I do lots of, putting my own events on. It just meant to stop. Everything just stopped. And I've had basically a year of hanging around inside the house and not being able to work properly.
It impacted the band stuff quite a lot, purely because not only is one of our members living in Leeds at the moment, you can't practice. So the band stuff's been off the table for a while anyway. My own stuff wasn't too bad because I tend to just write it by myself in my room anyway, and I feel I've released more music the past month than I have done the past 2 years, so thanks to Sunbird Records anyway.
Bands and artists have been affected most, I think, because the music venues have been closed. Like you said, bands haven't been able to meet up and practice, but some people say that it's made them be more creative in terms of writing the music because they have all that free time. Do you think there were any positives for you?
I'm quite thankful and lucky in the regards that I have support with the music stuff from aforementioned Sunbird Records, who have done at least the mixing for all the stuff I've been recording by myself, but a lot of musicians don't have that. So it's a tricky one. I wouldn't say I've been more or less productive, but I've been productive in a different way. I don't think it's affected my writing, but it's definitely affected the amount of music I've brought out.
I got the first chance to write a commission song, which I've never done before within lockdown, so that was really good. I have had time to sit and practice and do and listen to different things as well. Because I think people have put things online that have been different to watching them. I wouldn't have been able to see them otherwise, so that's been good. I've listened to a lot of music. I think that's the main thing for me. I might not have played loads, I've listened to loads, and that transpires then in what you play. So yeah, it's been a positive, but I can't wait to get back out there and be in a pub again.
I have been quite motivated to actually pick the instrument up. You know, for years I've been playing a lot of acoustic guitar, and I've managed to pick the electric up over lockdown, and I've been playing quite a lot of that as well, and doing something different, which has been good. Many years ago I played in a band which played a lot of African music, and so I've been basically dusting off the chops, shall we say, doing that kind of style. So that's been really good as well.
Not been playing gigs has been a bit naff, but at the same time doing some streaming things with Sunbird and online and that has been good fun, something I wouldn't have done normally, and that has helped with working on the new material, kind of playing it in a live setting, so it's developed a little bit through that, which is good.
So moving away from COVID, what are you looking forward to in the future?
Playing gigs in front of people and not looking at your camera and like thinking, I'm looking at myself singing. I pull some weird faces when I sing. So and I know that, but looking at yourself doing it at the same time is something else. Just the atmosphere and everyone enjoying themselves, and it's going to be amazing. So yeah.
It'll probably be better than ever because everyone will have missed it. So everyone will be out to every gig, won't they?
Yeah, exactly, and that'll push you even further as well.
To getting back to some kind of normality, I'm looking forward to releasing music because it's been a long time now, and I'm so horrendously slow at it. It's just a nightmare, but it's getting there, and that's the big thing really next for me. I've got this single and B-side that's close to being done now, and we can start the new rollout for the new album as soon as that's done. And I'm really looking forward to that more than anything. And then socialising with everyone again, seeing gigs again, because all these things we've taken for granted before. I were the worst to get to a gig, and now I miss it so much. I'm going to hit as many as possible when it gets back to normal. So all that, it's going to be good.
Oh, being in a field, being in a field with when many other people and a stage and a sound system, I think that helps to lift a lot of stress and tension, and I think that's what I've missed more than anything, with all the festivals and events stopping, even if it's in a field and you can hear this, I don't even mind the rain, just festivals and events. I think that's the main thing, isn't it, that we're all looking forward to, just getting together with people and being able to hug people.
Well, festivals is a big one, especially with the band, playing festivals with something upbeat to some extent and noisy, and getting people on stage with us. It'd be a nice change of pace. I've done a couple of the live stream gigs and stuff, and it's not even remotely comparable. Like, I feel with the music stuff, the meaning, at least for me, comes from the experiences people have, as cliche as that sounds. And just being there, performing for other people, and in some cases with, is the big one, I guess. Also, with my own music, it's quite sad, and one of my favourite things is making people cry at gigs. I can't really experience that during a lockdown.
All right, thank you. That was Gary Ward. Thank
you.
you very much, Gary. Thank you, Terry. So that was all from Note. Thank you, Note.
Thank you.
Thank you, Corey.
No problem. Do I do ASMR kisses as well?
Thank you for listening.